Guys, welcome back to Linda's Resin Room. I got this mold and it's a stackable mold, so it came with 2 of the jars and the lid, and we're going to do 4 of the jars and the lid and make a really high stackable mold. So I'm going to mix resin, and we're going to do these in metallic alcohol ink. I'm going to mix it in with the resin and then we're going to pour it. So we're going to do one that's going to be reddish brown. This is a Let's Resin brand. Then we're going to do purplish red, Let's Resin brand. Then we're going to do the rose gold from Let's Resin. Now this one is Fans Art. I can't read it. Fans Archie. I'll tag them. And this is red gold. And then the top we're going to do in silver. So these will be our next 2. So this is going to take probably quite a bit of resin. This is probably going to take about 4 ounces. 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to mix up 10 just to be safe. And we'll be back to pour. Well, there's no point in waiting, is there? Let me get me a cup over here. Okay. Let's mix up 10 and then we'll separate it out. So, all right. We're going to use our Bond Craftor resin because y'all know I love my Bond Craftor. I still haven't ordered more and I'm about out. I do have to get that done here shortly. Alrighty. I could have used Fast Cure on this, couldn't I? Hey, we could put this in the curing machine because it's not a handmade mold and get this done quicker to where we can do the next ones. I think that's what we'll do. When I get this in the vacuum chamber, we'll get the curing machine ready and set our molds in it. Okay, that was part B. Y'all know I like to do part B always first. I just think it's a little thinner than part A, and it mixes up a little easier. And I do have a 20% off discount code for Bond Craftor for their website. It's always in the description box. Okay. Did 5. We need to go to 10, don't we? Oh, we're going to need more than that. 4, 6, 10. Because I'm only giving myself 3. Let's do 12. I better add another ounce and I'll do another ounce of B. I'm not thinking. Because if I don't do at least 12, we're liable not to have enough. Okay. And I'd kind of like to have a little bit left of, ooh, there went my clumsiness, and I forgot to wipe this off. I'd like to have a little bit left of each one of these to finish doing my ring trays for my sister. Be kind of nice. Alright, another ounce of pot B, and I've slung my cup around where I hit it. I'm going to wipe this off before I do this, because I have a tendency to use my stick to get the resin off the cap, to cut it off from dripping, and I don't want it to cure my lid. I have done that before and it is not fun. There we go. Alright. Now let me wipe this off. If you don't wipe that off, it drips down the bottle and it makes your bottle sticky and you get it everywhere, and it'll get wherever you set your resin. Alright guys, we're going to mix this up. I'm going to separate it out and then we will come back, mix in some color. See you shortly. You know what guys, I was just thinking, let's put some sparkle in it. You probably won't see it with the silver, but you possibly will. I don't know. I don't know if you'll see it at all. but it can't hurt to have a little sparkle, right? I don't like a lot, but I do like a little sparkle. So just wanted you to know that I was putting that in there. Yeah, that'll be plenty. All right, I'll get this finished mixed up. Be back in just a moment. All right, guys. So I want to leave 5 for this one, and we're going to split the difference. So it's not going to be about 3.5 ounces for each of these. But I'm hoping that will be enough. Okay, let's see where we're at. Usually the bottoms don't hold near as much. Okay, I'm at 6. Put these side by side so I can see where I'm at as far as try to make them as even as possible. Okay, now let's see where we're at. Scraping it off the, whoo! I'm just seeing everything flying everywhere. Okay, we're at 5. So let's mix. All right, the silver is going to go into the big one. Make sure I get the right one with the right color, and something just fell on the floor. Cups. They'll be all right. I wish those little beads down in these. Oh, it does have a bead. You hear it? I'm trying to pick my cups up that I dropped. There is a bead down in there. I heard it. Or is that the cap? No, it's the cap. I just want them mixed up really, really well. Okay, I think that's good. I don't see hardly any color left on the bottom. So I'm just going to mix. I'm just squirting a bunch of that down in there. Okay. I'm going to drip if I don't get that off there. I don't have a paper towel. All right. Get that off my finger. There we go. See, I knew you wouldn't be able to see that sparkle in the silver. I bet you don't see it in any of them, but you might. Never know. Okay, here's that one. It's ready for the vacuum chamber. I want to use alcohol inks because of, I think there'll be a little more on the transparent side than the mica powders and pastes. All right, next is going to be our purplish red. Get it mixed up here. You can see it swirling. Gosh, I hope all these are open and I'm dripping. Okay. It looks like it's about mixed. Good deal. When I can see through the bottom, I know it's mixed up good enough. Just squirt a bunch of that down in there. That's the purplish red. I don't want that big stick for this. I want a small stick. Okay. Now you know the color's going to stick to the side, so we're going to have to scrape all that off. I think these will be really pretty in these colors. Like this, these metallic inks. Isn't that pretty? And see how transparent it is. This, you'll see the sparkle. this one cleaned off. I'm not even going to wipe this off. That one's ready. Nope, that's the empty cup. I don't think there's enough color on there to really mess with it. Whew. Did you see what I did? That was all alcohol because I forgot to mix my color. And this is the reddish brown. I think it's wild how you can see it mix up like that. You just see it swirling like waves. These usually, the Lindasresinroom brand, doesn't leak into the lid, so I don't worry too much about them. Now we got color. Okay, reddish brown. I just want them all to be different, but kind of all on the same platform as far as metallic. Just different colors. Oh, that's going to be pretty. Okay, that one mixed up there, and see how easy they mix. It's translucent. All right, we got to get these in the vacuum chamber, and then we can come back and pour, and we're going to put it in our curing machine, since it's not a handmade mold and I've learned my lesson. And that way we can pour the rest of them soon. Alright guys, we'll get these in the vacuum chamber and I'll see you guys back in just a moment. Alright guys, so I got everything out of the vacuum chamber. Give that a little spritz. We're going to do our silver first. You can still see some of the sparkle, so we might get a little sparkle. Still looks a little transparent, doesn't it? I just don't know with it being that thick, that deep. I'm going to have plenty of left because it's not going to take all of this, I don't think. I got to make sure I don't get any bubbles around that rim. I see a bubble. All right. So let's pick this up and bring this over here to me. I just want to make sure I don't have any bubbles up under there. I do see one big one over there, so I'm going to go around the whole thing first and get my way over there to the big bubble, which I'm almost to right here. See if we can pluck him out. You know, it's a man. A woman wouldn't do that. I'm just joking, guys. I don't mean anything by that. I just like to aggravate my husband, who I love dearly and have been married for 30 years. This August will make 30 years. I don't know how he's put up with me so long, truthfully. Okay. There we go. Now, I'm going to try to move this back over. I shouldn't have filled that full when I knew I was going to move it. I'm moving it in case I have enough, which I should, to do some of the ring holders. And that way I can put the ring holder in here as well and get those cured up. So I do have reasoning behind my madness. All right, I've got 2 ounces left, so that how did I only hold 3? All right, next. There we go. So I think these will be pretty because they're translucent, but they're the metallic colors, so they got that little bit of shimmer. Plus I got that, okay, yep, got a bubble. I see him. I like the molds that I can see through. I got 2 bubbles, because then I know exactly. Now these are taking almost the whole 3.5. I like the molds I can see through, because then you can see if you pull your bubbles out or not, or if you have any in there. It's awesome. But you get them to let loose sometimes, though. It's like they just don't want to. I think that's a sparkle. Yeah, that's a sparkle. Alright, let's finish filling this one up. Okay. I'm going to try to dome them just a little bit. That way, hopefully I don't have to trim. Okay, that one's domed. That one's domed. Last one. I still have a little bit, though. So I think we'll get a couple ring trays, maybe. Now, I think I might have a little more in this one than the other one. So I think they hold 3 each. So 3, 3, and 4. Or 3. No, it was 3 also, wasn't it? That just mind boggles me. How that can only hold 3, and these do the same amount. So 9 ounces for this whole thing. Well, at least I know I'll make up 8 when I do the last 2. Got a couple bubbles there too. See how much that one's got left. That way y'all have a little extra. And I'll make sure I'm not short on any. Okay. Let me try to get that off. Alright, let's finish filling that one up. Now I have one ring in this tray. Ring holder, tray, mold, whatever you want to call it, that I poured with my last video that I just made. And it's not cured. I have to try to, it's Sunday. I have to try to get a bunch of videos done on the same day on the weekends. Because when I work certain days, I don't get home until way late. And I don't have time to get a lot of videos done. All right, let's put a little glitter in these. We're going to mix these 2 together. I think I'll put the glitter first. Give me just a moment to get some glitter because she likes glitter. So we did a little gold glitter in that one. And we're going to put some glitter in these. So give me just a moment. All right, so I got my silver glitter for the silver one. Now, I'm not doing a lot. I know it's going to sink. Oh, I did too much. I lied. I did a lot. Not a purpose lie. Now this, I don't know where I got this. But it looks pretty. Isn't that pretty? It's like a gold red chameleon. So I won't be able to link that one. Because, guys, I have no clue where that came from. Now I'm going to pour this right down in that. And y'all know I only like to do one of each color. So I'm not going to do any more than 2 rings. That way I get 1 silver and 1 of this mixed color. And then I'll still have 1 more to make. And I will have all of her ring displays done. She has a beauty shop. She does hair, nails. And then I got one sister that she works at the prison, but she has her own nail shop as well. And this sister that's I'm making these for, she is a CNA. And then she has her own beauty shop as well. So, okay. Let's mix this glitter just a little here. There we go. I probably introduced a few bubbles. But she's wanting these for her rings in her beauty shop. Okay. And there's that silver. I'm not mixing it much, just enough to get the resin on the glitter. And why did I use another cup and put glitter in it? I have the hardest time getting the glitter out of those. Okay, I know she likes the hearts. And then we're going to do, no, I don't want the circle. I kind of like the square one better. Okay. Let's do the square in this one. And we'll do the heart in the red since it's a heart. All this glitter should drop to the bottom. And that's why I didn't want to use the whole lot. And, okay. Now, since the last video, I was going to do something and I forgot and didn't use the mold. I'm going to see if I can use it this time. Okay. Now, here's the red one. And it should take all of this. If I have to, I'll put some of the silver in it. Give it a neat little effect, right? Hopefully. Maybe. We'll see. Almost. I do want to dome it. So if I don't have enough to dome, I think I do though. Actually, I think I'm going to be perfect. Heck yeah. Thank you, Lord. Alrighty. Get that in there. Nice little drip drop. Okay. Are we done? Yes. I need just a smidgen silver. Just a smidgen. It's almost done, just not quite completely. Okay, we're good. Now, I don't know if this is enough to do this mold or not, but I gotta put the lid on this. Let's move all this stuff out of my way. I got a mold I made, and I want to try it out. Okay, I'm going to move this over here. That way I can put the lid on it, and we'll get that cured up. Where's this little mold? I think I do, because I don't think it's going to hold much. It's a little tray, and it's got a little froggy on there. Now, this is going to be hard to get down in there, because, shoot, it's very tight. So we're just going to see if we can, I don't know if it'll work, if I'll end up with bubbles or what. We're going to see. I can see it going down in there. But I am going to have to kind of help it along, if you know what I mean. Kind of open it up. And there's the alcohol came out. I just want to make sure. I think there's a bubble there. I think I've got a couple of bubbles actually. Thing is, I can see a lot of them. And this is pushing them out. You see them coming out? Now, let's see if I can, like I said, it's a very tight mold. So I do want to, I don't even know if it's going to work, but it was the cutest thing. So I thought I would try it. not something I would mold again or put on anything. But there's a huge bubble there, and I don't know how to. I think it's the frog's head. And I don't know how to get the resin up into it, is the thing. So let's see if I can pour this way. And then maybe, I think some of it did. There's still a huge bubble there, though. Okay, I'm going to try this again. I'm going to have this everywhere. Maybe it's a glitter. Can I fool myself and say it's a glitter? Some of these I don't think are glitters. I think they're bubbles. Some I think are glitters, but I can tell that's a bubble. Okay. Now, like I said, very tight. I don't know why it's so tight, because the piece I molded wasn't like that. It makes no sense to me when I went to take this after I made it, and it just kind of mind boggled me a little bit. Okay. Just get a little bit more there. Okay. I'll have to trim that now. I've got a little left. So, I'm so sick of all that. Oh, I got some new molds. How about this little froggy? You cute. Is it gonna work? I don't know. But I thought he was cute. So, these are just a couple of molds I made here lately. Okay. There we go. Now he's done. I got a little bit more. Got a butterfly, but I don't think it'll go down in those antennae, the way this mold is made. You ever mold something and then think, yes, probably shouldn't have molded that. Not a great piece to mold. Yeah, that's this. But we're going to see what we can do. All right, now I need to see if I can. I'm dripping. All right. Now let's see if I can get it to go down in the antennas here. The glitter's too big, but the resin shouldn't be. The resin should be able to float right down through that. But it's just a very thin space. We'll just say that, because it is. And if I have to trim off the antenna, I'll just trim off the antenna. I just need the resin down in there. Okay, I think we've actually got it. Here we go. And I'm just going to get it everywhere. Okay. Now let's see if I can try to clean this up a little bit. I know it's going to be a rough cleanup if I don't. Okay, I think we're good on that one. I've still got just a smidgen left. Really nothing a lot to do anything with. So, let's just, whatever we can scrape out, it's going to go into our little dump mold here. And I'm not going to be able to save this cup because of all that stupid glitter. That's why I like to use glitter in a plastic cup or something that I can, paper cup that I can throw away instead of my cups that I like to reuse. Because these cups are expensive and I'm running low. Alright, there we go. Yep, in the bin. And I gotta clean this up. Alright guys, I am going to get this, these are all handmade molds. They are not going into the curing machine. They're going to have to wait, which will be fine because we've got multiple, we've got to make two others. So, let's get the lid on this. I'm going to take these gloves off. And we're going to try to see if I can get this without spilling it. There we go. Oh gosh. And plug this sucker up. And you see, I just put that right across that. Alright, turn it on. These are tall. 2 hours. Let's take our time up. I was wondering, I also thought maybe if I did 120 on my handmade molds, it wouldn't make as many bubbles instead of 130, because 120 is usually what I do, and I put handmade molds in this before and not get all them bubbles. So I'm wondering if maybe that was the difference, 10 degrees. Alright, we'll let this cure up. We'll come back, do 2 more. See you soon. Alright guys, this is done. So we're going to get this out. We need to, they feel like they're pretty much cooled. Now I still need to do 1 more of these. I think we'll have enough left over from these to do that one. So we're just going to unmold these ones if I can, because we need to pour the other 2. Hopefully I don't mess these up, and hopefully they're completely cured. They're probably still a little soft and bendy, I'm sure. As long as I don't bend them out of shape. Ooh, that's pretty, isn't it? And you can see the sparkle. And the bottom's good. Good deal on that one. And this one. Would have been up here sooner, but I fell asleep and took a nap. I'm a napper. I don't have to work. I like to nap for about 2 hours. Alright. Oh, that's pretty too. Similar colors. Stacks on top of each other. I got a little bubble there. In there. That one's got a couple of little bubbles there. That one's good. Okay, bottom is good. A little bit of a trim. Yeah, right there. Don't want it to go on in my mold. There we go. All right. Let's let's get 8 ounces mixed. We'll do that when we do all of it. I gotta get some gloves. All right. There we go. I need a cup. All right. Do you hate it when you wake up and you're still kind of half in and out? Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. But it's a good nap. All right, 8 ounces. I'm going to do 4 for each and hopefully I have 1 left to do my last ring display. Okay. Come on. I know I did about 3.5 each for the last ones. So we'll find another mold to put this in, whatever's left, other than my 1 ring stand. I just want the one. I need a paper towel. Alrighty. Wipe that off. There we go. Okay. Part B. Part A. Probably should have wiped my stick off as well. Just so that, because I got it all over that stick. There we go. Now, let's go up to 8. Almost 7. Are we there? 8. Good deal. Now this one really needs wiped off. For some reason, it seems like the part A, maybe because it's a little thicker, is the one that likes to drip the most. If I can get the lid on it. There we go. All right, sparkle. We still want our sparkle. All right. There we go. Should be plenty of sparkle. Now, I'm going to mix this up for 3 minutes. Then we're going to come back. I'm going to put 4 ounces in that. We're going to do our color. And we'll get it in the vacuum chamber. And then we'll come back to pour. So, see you in just a moment. Alrighty, guys. Got 4 ounces in each one. So, we're going to do the rose gold. This is the Let's Resin Rose Gold. And I looked, and this brand still sells alcohol inks, but they do a combination of the alcohol ink and the regular ink. I'll link it, but I think some of the colors may have changed because I bought mine as just alcohol ink separate. But when I click on the link, the thing where I bought them on Amazon, it comes up with their whole kit. Okay, that looks good and mixed. Give a good little spritz down in there. Get this mixed up. This is the rose gold. That's going to be really pretty. This is the one I'd like to do the ring in if I can. Then I'm going to put some of my metal pink glitter in it. Okay, there's that one. Get all this off here, and I'm not going to even clean it off. The color's so light, the next color's so dark, you're not going to be able to tell the difference. Okay, and red gold. It looks kind of goldish to me. It doesn't look red, but I wonder if I have like a purple looking color. I did the purplish red, didn't I? Let's see. deep coffee, yellow. They have their own rose gold. And it's a little different than this rose gold, isn't it? Looks similar to that, though. There's no alcohol in it. It's done dried up. That tells you how long it's been since I've used these things. That one's dry. Gold, copper. Copper. What about a champagne gold? I like that better than that one. Yeah, let's do the champagne. Well, the alcohol's gone out of it as well. It's just dust. I'm going to have to mix these back up. There's an orange gold. I just don't like that. Let's do the orange gold. I told you I've had these forever. I'll have to pop the tops and add some alcohol to them. Get this mixed. These are good. I think we'll do a hexagon one. I think she'd probably rather have the single rings than the doubles. So that's why I'm going to do the single. Octagon. No, it's a hexagon. 6 is no, 6. Yeah, 6 is hexagon. 8's octagon, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I've been out of school forever and a day. I can't remember. Octagon because of the stop sign is 8. Hexagon is 6. I'm pretty sure. It's always remembered it anyways. Alright, let's squirt a good little bit of that down in there. And I'm going to put these back up. There we go. Move this back out of the way because you'll know I will. I hate a big stick in this little cup. Yeah, that'll look better with the colors that we've got. That orange looking color. I just didn't like that. It said red gold, but it didn't look red to me. It just looked, it looked olive. So, we're going to use this one. I think all 4 of these will look good together. Just get it mixed up. I got to get these in the vacuum chamber as well. Alright, guys. I think we're good on our color. I'm going to clean this stick off. Get these in the vacuum chamber. I need some more paper towels. Alright. Now y'all know when I do this, I am going to spritz it. Even though it's alcohol ink, this will still help. Alright. Move my camera. Okay. See you back in just a moment. Alright, guys. Got our resin done. So, let's pour. Might as well pour them both at once. Hopefully I don't get bubbles. Spritzed a little alcohol down in there. We're just going to slowly pour. I'm afraid I'm going to drip drop. Okay. Now let's see. We're almost there on this one. Sure we'll have a bubble or two to pick out. Actually, it didn't. I don't see a single bubble. But let's stop there anyways. Look, that took almost the whole 4. Watch me have to mix these 2 colors. Okay. That's a pretty color. I love these metal inks. Why do I have so much more of this even though I had equal amounts? And it's got bubbles. Okay. Maybe it's just the cups are bigger. Okay. Now, let's pluck out some bubbles. Bubbles, bubbles. I don't like you. That's the only one I see. Just in case. I don't see any. I don't see any in this one. But, you know, just in case, I'll probably create one. Okay. Let's dome these suckers up. Alright. Those looked really good on the bottom with them being slightly domed. So, and then I'm going to take this extra cup. Because I do not want to put glitter in another one of these cups. Here we go. And I'm going to pour this right in here. I'm going to scrape all this out. I think we have enough. And if I have enough of both, we'll just make her an extra ring and she can have that for ordering so many. Okay. Last little scrape. Go down in that lip. Okay, I think I got all that one. So let's spritz. There we go. Now, there is a glitter. I'm going to pluck that out. There's one on here too, and I don't know where it came from. Probably blew my spatula. That's the guess. Okay. There we go. Now, let's see if I can get that off. Got that one. Now, let's see if I can pluck that one out. You see? It's a red glitter. Red glitter. Had been. I bet I used the same cup that I had cleaned that had glitter in it. I know me. I bet I did. Alright, I just want a little glitter. This is my little metal pink. And then I need a glitter in the other one too, don't I? But let's do this first in case I don't have enough. And have to use some of that other. Okay. I think I'm going to end up having to use some of that other resin down in top of this. I don't want to, but I might have to. Just to top it up. It'll give us a neat effect though, right? I hope. Not too sure about orange and pink. Okay. There's that one. I can't get any more. I don't know if that's bubbles or if I got some that I didn't mix up good. So when that happens, I'm just stirring it around. And you know what? I didn't check any single one of these for bubbles when I was pouring them. Okay. Now, let's add a little glitter to this one. It's kind of like a gold, but I already used one color gold. Let's see if we can find another color.
Oh gosh. I have to get down in my drawer. And I'll have to move stuff to get to it. I don't see any big chunky gold glitters over here other than the light gold. Okay, let's get in this drawer here. I've got so much stuff sitting in front of it. Makes it difficult. Here we go. This is my own glitter mix. It's a gold and a silver together. So, I think it will work. Way too much glitter, but anyways, mix that in there. Maybe the circle's not as big as that one, and we'll have enough to fill it up. And we may just have to leave the circle and fill it on another pour if I don't have enough. Because that's what it looks like is going to happen. Almost. It's not quite. Yeah, that one we'll just have to wait for another pour. And we can top it off. I could sand it down and it's just going to be shorter than the others. I'll try to get all this glitter off this. Okay, gotta clean that. Put that up. Spritz, spritz, spritz. Hopefully I don't overflow. Let's get the lid on this so it can cure up. Alright. I can never see where I'm at with this lid. There we go. I'm always afraid I'm going to hit my piece. Alright, we're going to turn it on. Do the temp. You always have to go back up on that temp. 130 for 2 hours. Alright guys, we'll let this cure up. See you back then. Alright guys, I forgot to demold these. I've already done the jar. But I'm going to put this in the video before the jar. Just so you will be able to see it. I'm hoping that they're completely cured enough that I can get them out of here. I may end up tearing these antennae off, is what I'm afraid of. But if I do, it's okay. Because it'll still look pretty, I think. My eye's itching. Okay. I think we've got those cleaned up pretty well. They're fairly well. Now, I may have to get some more tape. I don't know if this tape will... Yeah, let's get another piece. That one's ran its course. There we go. All right. I need some better scissors. Those scissors are horrible. Just never can remember. Okay. Try to get all this off. Now this one I'm worried about if it's not cured up enough about getting it out. Okay, got that overage off pretty good. Alrighty. There we go. Clean molds. Okay, let's do our froggy first.
Hopefully I can get his feet out. Hopefully. Oh, he's full of glitter. I'll have to paint him a little mouth or something on there. You can even see his diamondy areas because of all the glitter. He's so cute. But you can see a lot of little diamonds down in there. But the glitter just kind of took away. And I think that's what's going to happen with the butterfly. Now, this butterfly is very thin. And like I said, those little antennae is what I'm worried about. Getting those out of there. Okay, I got that one. Okay. So I missed well, it's down in there. I broke it off. That's okay. I might can. Yeah. Anyways, it's a cute little butterfly. I'll clip off the other one and make them match or something if I can't glue that back on there. Alrighty. Now, this little thing. There's a frog in here somewhere. Where's he at? I don't want to rip him off. I think he's right there. Maybe. Yeah. Looks like he got the glitter. Alright, let's see if we can... I need to get on gloves. I'll probably try to redo this mold because this was a 30A silicone, and I really should have used my 10A, but I was trying it out from Craftor resin. Oh, it's very soft. All right, guys, I think we might have to wait on this if I can't. I'm afraid I'm going to... It's so thin. Yeah, we'll wait on this. I've probably already messed this part over here up, but anyways, I'll see if I can fix this. Try to do something with the frog, and we'll demold this in a bit. So, well, the thing is, I really need to go ahead and do it now because I can't get it back down in there, but it's also very, very thin. A lot of bubbles. I think I've just ripped that. Yeah, this mold I think is going to have to be done away with. I'm not going to get that frog out without ripping it. I should have let this cure up completely. Anyways, it's cute. Just a lot of bubbles through there. Do you see the frog? The leg. Oh, you see all those little bubbles? Anyways, that's that. Alrighty, guys. I'm not going to do anything with this. It's too disastrous. So it'll go in the bin. Frog, I'll paint him up, and I'll see. I don't think I can get that antenna. I may just cut those off. We could do that. Couldn't we just cut the antenna off? There we go. Or could just cut it where there. Nope, that's too much. Oh, that one. There's just one little piece right there I want to cut off of that. There we go. There. That's better. Now I can do something with it. Alright. I'll put photos at the end of whatever I decide to do with these two. And I'll snap a photo of that, but yeah, that's a disaster. All right. I'll see you guys back when we do the jar. See you shortly. Alrighty, guys, this is done. So let's take all this out. We're going to put this up. Oh, gosh. And plug it. Alrighty. Now, let's see what we got. I don't want to take that one out because I want to finish filling it up. But I do want to try to clean the mold up a little bit. Okay. Get that one little piece right there if I can. There we go. All right. Let's get these out first. Yeah, that's what I thought the glitter would sink. And she's going to love those. Perfect. Some of it kind of stayed floating, but not all of it. She's a glitter person. That's why I said she would love the glitter down in these. I'll have to send her a picture. Show her I got her last ones done. Really cool. That'll have to fall down just a little bit just because of that glitter there. I think I got it. I think it's where I dripped it. Last one. Oh, I like that one. That one I think is my favorite. Isn't that pretty? It's kind of like an orangey. Oh, that's very pretty. Yes, she's going to love those. That will move along. Now, see if I can get these out. Hardest part's getting these things started. Okay. I got this mold off of Amazon. I will link it in the comments for you guys. I don't see any bubbles, so that's good. And it doesn't need trimmed. Perfect. You love it when it happens. Okay. I just think this is the neatest little box. You can stack as many high as you like. Love those colors. Very pretty. Now the lid. Get this sucker out. Almost. Get the little knob, whatever you want to call it. Put that up. And you can see the sparkle. Perfect. No trimming needed. That is awesome. This one's got a little bit. I'm going to have to scrape off. I must have. When I use that alcohol, it kind of splatters a little bit out, I think. Fills it up just a little too much. Thins it down to where it wants to run out. So all we got to do is scrape that off. Usually you can get it off with your fingernail. Good deal. That one's good. All right, let's stack this sucker up. They all fit perfect. Isn't that pretty? I'm not crazy about the silver for the lid. But maybe if I trade the way the colors are. Very pretty. I actually like that. All right, guys, I'll take some photos because I'm not doing anything to this. And yeah, you can see the sparkle in every bit of it. Every one of them. But very pretty colors. All done in metallics. Metallic inks. All right, guys, I'll snap a photo at the end of everything, and then I will see you guys back for the next video. So, bye for now.
In